Hey, everybody, Economic Ninja here. I hope you're doing great. We're going to talk about the RV industry. It is starting to slow down and it's hitting a sort of a rapid pace. I want to thank Ashley for this story, but first I want to say that I went to my local, I drove by my local RV sales place, and it's actually a very large sales company, and it had sale signs like you wouldn't believe. They had those tall banners, those flags that are waving in the air. They're like, what, 15, 20 feet in the air. They must have had 10 of those things up alongside the freeway saying sale, 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 making sure you knew that they had inventory to sell you. And that they do, because I am seeing inventory explode in RVs. And remember, guys, we've talked about this for months and months. Back in January, I said, as this economy is collapsing and it starts picking up, you're going to see subscription services fall, which we saw a couple months later with Netflix, Hulu, and all these Disney, subscription services falling off of a cliff. And then I said travel and leisure is next. Well, what's the low hanging fruit in travel and leisure? Let's share the screen and show you. It is RVs. That there is what you call an RV, Clark. All right, if you guys know what movie that's from, put it in the description below. And then give me your favorite quote, because I already know it has to do with an RV. I already know it's going to be in there. Put some asterisks in there. Put your favorite quote from that movie down below. All right, guys, here we go. Again, Ashley, thank you for this story. Signs of a slowdown in RV industry after Keystone RV Company announces plant closures. Now, just you guys, if you don't remember, I'm doing that course on how to start a side hustle. One of my side hustles I did with my best friend is we took $900 and turned it into $100,000 in our first year, selling trailers. They're mainly park model trailers, but we sold a lot of standard RVs as well. And we sold a lot of Keystone trailers. And if you want, I'll put a link to that course below. You don't have to buy it. It's just literally taking you from the basic steps of how to identify an opportunity, how to get the money for it, and then move on. And I'm going to keep making courses as it goes. But so I'll put that down below. But Keystone was a trailer that we sold a lot of. And it's because there's so many of them out on the road. It is an absolutely massive, massive company. And so these are those opportunities that are about to start popping up where you're going to see a ton of inventory hitting the market. Well, it already is. And nobody's able to buy it because inflation is exploding. And not only that, pretty soon, so many people are going to have horrible credit scores. 9 out of 10 people that buy an RV, they actually use financing to do it. So with people losing their credit scores here shortly because they're missing payments on their vehicles or other things, you're going to start seeing credit card payments and stuff. They're not going to be able to sell these to anybody, and they're going to be liquidating like you wouldn't believe. So it says right here, in Goshen, Indiana, there's growing signs that a red hot RV market appears to be cooling off. I'm going to be honest with you, that should probably be the underestimation, or they misstated that. A red hot RV market appears to be cooling off. No, it's collapsing right now. That is the truth. When a company goes out of business, a manufacturer, a large manufacturer starts to close up. Keystone's not going out of business. I apologize. When they start to close their production facilities, it's because they don't need that space, and they need to cut back on employees on their workforce. So this is definitely an overstatement. Those signs include 2 planned plant closings. And here's a quote. Yeah, everything was going really well, and it seemed like all of the sudden we just dropped in units, but it was still enough to keep us going and everything, unquote. Sorry, that must have been talk to text, because that was really, really ugly. That's not the ninja's reading. That's literally word for word. And this is comes from Keystone RV Company Plant 41 worker Robert Davis. And then he says, but then just all of a sudden it came to a halt. And that is very, honestly, it is true. It's like, it's slammed, and then nothing. And the reason why it goes from busy to all of a sudden a grinding halt is because human emotion takes over, and it's almost like a sea change. Like the sun came up, and then it fell out of the sky, and all of a sudden the moon's up, and it was a totally different day, and everyone came to the same realization. And that is that all over the news was stories of inflation, and people went, oh crap, let me go look at my bills. I guess I have been putting more on my credit card than normal. Oh my gosh, things are getting expensive. It's not just me. Oh my gosh, I need to start saving money. And then it's literally overnight because of the news cycle, everybody wakes up, right? Well, not you guys. You're part of Ninja Nation. You're prepared. You're not scared. You're seeing these things coming ahead. And that's why I've been really excited the last year and a half since I've been on YouTube to help you document this crash. Even though this is outside of our normal 7 to 10 year economic cycle, this is a doozy. This is a 50 to 100 year cycle. And this one's actually a 100-year cycle that we're hitting. So this is going to get worse. But when you see that kind of stuff, you know, all of a sudden we dropped in units. All of a sudden sales stopped coming. It's because of human emotions. That's what drives these cycles up and cycles down. Okay. So I would just want to, sorry, I went off on a tangent, but I really want to focus on why this stuff seems to happen overnight. Okay. All right. It says here, when asked if company officials explained why, Davis said the high fuel prices and the dealers don't want to buy the units that we were producing. So I guess a lot of them is just sitting. And so with the fuel price, I'm so sorry. This talk to text crap. I'm bad at reading, guys. I mean, the Ninja's bad. You guys know that. But this is obviously really, I'm going to link this article below. Go check it out for yourself. This is bad, all right? So it says, and so with the fuel prices, the way they are, we no longer have orders. Now, that's partially true. That is a big reason, the fuel prices. But the problem is people are getting squeezed 10 different directions right now. And I can't be more serious about that. Right now, we are seeing not only high fuel prices, but high rent prices, high food prices, high everything, even down to your auto insurance, your RV insurance, those are going up as well. So people are getting squeezed from everywhere, which shows you that this is going to be very, very big. Now it says here during a June earnings call, Winnebago president Michael Happ warned of persistent macroeconomic headwinds, including fluctuations in interest rates. And just so you guys know, that's wrong. They're not fluctuating. They're just going to be going straight up for a while. He also cited gas prices, inflation, and consumer sentiment, which I believe that is a very good overview from Michael Happ. Those are what, and these aren't headwinds. This is actually a cliff that the industry is going to be falling off of, and they've already started. Said Winnebago expects retail sales to likely fall 17% this year compared to last. The company will ensure that its shipments are aligned with those sales. Well, no duh, you're not going to make any extra, is what he means. The company has identified days or weeks we will be taking off or down. Here's the thing. I'm going to tell you guys right now, the Economic Ninja is going to go out on a limb and say that their sales are going to be much, much lower than 17%. As a matter of fact, I think they're going to fall close to 50. I think you're going to be in the mid 40s. That's how much less Winnebagos will be selling this year as compared to last. Because last year was such a stronger economy because of tailwinds being stimulus that was put into the economy and low interest rates. Okay. So guys, I'm going to link this story below. I think it's a very important video to check out. News article to read, but this is it. This is what you're seeing, the collapsing of economy. And remember, every time a plant closes, that's that many more people that are out on the street without a job that are needing to find employment, gainful employment. And the problem is, as those numbers accelerate, we're seeing in the mortgage industry, the travel industry, we're seeing it all over. I just got a call from Dan and I allegedly, and he said a buddy of his works for the Federal Park Service. And he says that their numbers for all of the camping spots are down. I want to say he said 40%. I could be wrong, but it's staggering because people don't want to spend the exuberant amount of money on gas to go camping. So I think this is getting interesting. This is going to be a collapse for the generations. Guys, get ready for this. This is the time to be saving money, not going crazy and buying things you can't afford. This is also the time to be getting out of debt. All right, guys, that being said, I thank you so much for watching. The Economic Ninja is out.